This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for September 1st, 2025. The week and the month both kick off with an energy shift that tells us really big stuff is coming up. Immediately, the fire starts to slow down. Some of the frenetic nature of life slows ever so slightly, and our attention is dragged back to the period from March till, nearly the end of May. Saturn, the planet of adulting, is moving back into Pisces, where he will stay until early next year. And this signals in a weird way that, yes, eclipse season is here. We've been feeling the effect of the eclipses that are coming in September, and the first one hits at the weekend. We are immediately pushed to adapt our thinking, to adapt our messaging about what that time period meant in our lives, and also our relationship to authority figures. Big shifts in that arena coming on the 2nd as Mercury, the cosmic messenger, makes an adjustment aspect or an inconjunct to Saturn, newly at the very end of the zodiac. There could be a lot of talk and thinking and discussion about a situation that affects many people at this point, since Saturn is hovering at the degree of absolute interconnectedness, and also one that late astrologer Michael Luton used to call the degree of ultimate sorrow. So we could be very attuned to something happening that is affecting many people that perhaps hasn't been talked about much. And then our mental mode becomes incredibly practical, granular, analytical, detail-oriented as Mercury moves into his Earth home sign of Virgo, where he will be for barely 2 weeks. He is zapping through this, but he has a very important job that hits this week. It will be like a giant hand reaching down from the sky, as if in one of the animations that Terry Gilliam did for Monty Python. And that giant hand is a finger of God, a stressing aspect that is hitting communication. There is something that you will feel a giant aha about, news, information, revelations blowing open that force discussion, that force thinking, that force dealing with things differently. And it's going to, as they say, blow up the internet, because on the 3rd, Mercury is the focus of a finger of God or a yod from Neptune in Aries, which is spiritual fighter impulses, also maybe angry gaslighting, maybe just huge bursts of energy that erupt within you and you find yourself having to act. And Mercury is at the same time in an adjustment aspect or inconjunct to Pluto in Aquarius. Something about changes in power dynamics, revelations that come out, things going on online or in the collective. Neptune and Pluto are in an opportunity aspect to each other, so there's something flowing back and forth, like wildfire spreading across social media, or your friends, or an organization, or your community. And both of them are pointing right at Mercury in Virgo, saying, analyze this, think about this. And at the same time, Mercury's crazy uncle Uranus is slamming him, saying, and I mean it, something different. So just know, the 3rd, shocking information coming out that dominates and changes the conversation Interestingly, this is the day that a bunch of Epstein victims are scheduled to testify before Congress, but there will be an effect in your own life as well. And then everybody's reacting. Everybody is acting. People are up in arms and they are pushing something forward in your own life. You'll find that a little goes a long way, that you'll start to advocate for something, start to negotiate for something, especially if it involves something that makes you feel safe, secure, nurturing, home, family, and tiny bits of effort mushroom. You know how sometimes you'll start on a task and it'll just keep growing and 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 growing. That's the 4th. And then on the 6th, we get another sense of, time to start reevaluating. Uranus, which has barely been in the sign of Gemini only since July 7th, stations retrograde, and he's not going to scoot out of this and head back into Taurus until November. So it's a slow process, but watch for all kinds of stalled or unexpected information to come flying, possibly out of the past. And all of this builds to the first eclipse of the season, a full moon, a total lunar eclipse on the 7th in the sign of Pisces. Escalating emotions, escalating dramas, drowning us all in other people's stuff, revealing things about victimization and lies and the need for compassion and forgiveness, washing out many, 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 many things from last September when there was an eclipse, same area of the sky in Virgo, and there may be some overtones of stuff from this March as well. Storm surges are probable, real and metaphorical. This is one of those let it go moments. Let it go. Whatever it is, let it go. Do not go running after anything that wants to leave at this point. And if there's something you'd like to flush out of your life, this could be a really good time to do it. Homing thought of the week. Show me another way to look at this. Song of the week. Times Like This by Foo Fighters. And the image of the week is an ocean liner turning around while lightning is striking the water all around it. You'll learn more about this in my forecast for the month of September, which is up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 35 years experience. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio and TV on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. And this week, my guest is Alicia Skye, who is an intuitive leadership coach and also host of the Brilliance Method podcast. I host a lively conversation on Facebook, on the page Empowerment Unlimited, and in the group, the Astro-Insight Lounge. I post on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads at K.A. Biehl, and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian Channel. Talk to you next week.